Hey, you!
I am Hacker, the weapons dealer. Every man should carry a weapon these days, especially when venturing outside of the city walls.
Tell me more about the area around the city.
It's gotten too dangerous out there, because of the bandits for one thing, and also on account of wild beasts. Even the animals don't seem to get enough to eat in these crappy times. They're venturing closer to the city all the time.
Do you know anything about the Paladins?
Yes. Those guys are ruining my business. All you can buy in this entire town is a short sword at most. They've helped themselves to anything that's longer than 1.5 feet. In return, I now get to live in the hotel free of charge.
Where do you get your weapons from?
Harad the smith has been my supplier up to now. Now all he does is make stuff for the Paladins. He works for those guys day and night like a madman, without pay. He thinks it's his duty. All I can offer you now is my remaining stock.
That's what I've always said.
What do you know about the disappearances of the citizens of Khorinis?
I have seen many pass through the eastern city gate. Some of those who came I had never seen before in my life. And many of those who went out never came back. But what happened the other day was really quite strange. There was this fellow who came here. I think his name is Joe. He bragged that he would soon come into some serious money. He claimed that he knew how to get into one of the city towers where the militia keep their arms. I haven't seen him since, even though I used to bump into him around the same time every day. I reported this to the militia. I thought that maybe he had been caught and thrown into the dungeon, but Lord Andre had no idea what I was talking about. He didn't even know the fella.
Harad told me about the attack by bandits.
Oh? And?
He'll give me his approval to be accepted as an apprentice if I hunt down the bandits.
Good old Harad. That must be his way of saying he's sorry that he can't produce any weapons for me at the moment.
What do you know about the bandits?
What do I know about them? They robbed me on my way to the city, and I'm not the only one. They've been up to their tricks for quite a while. The militia tried to track them down, but without any success.
Go away, don't tell me that.
Do you know who in the militia took part in the search?
The fellow's name is Pablo. He and a few others went looking for the bandits, but they didn't find them.
Do you know where I can find Pablo?
He patrols around the city. You'll find him either at the Temple Square or in the lower part of town.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Where did they hold you up?
Near Akil's farm. Just go out of the city gate from here. Follow the road to the right. After a while, you'll get to a few steps.
You don't say.
The bastards came from there. I bet they have their hideout back there in the woods.
I'll deal with it.
What? You want to take on the bandits? By yourself? You're quite a good fighter, huh?
How much is the matter worth to you?
You want to get in Harad's good books, don't you? I don't think I should have to pay you for this.
Someone's gonna do the work. That's not what I heard.
Innos be with you, stranger. If you're looking for a good selection for the traveler, then you're in the right place. But I'm warning you, if you're planning on helping yourself without paying, I'll call the city guard.
Just a moment. Do I look like a thief?
Bah! You won't be the first one to make off with my things today.
That's not what my husband said.
Somebody stole from you.
I can't prove it. The fellow was damn clever. Introduced himself as Ringaru, if that really is his right name. He's been hanging around the marketplace the last few days. And every evening he gets plastered at the beer stand down the street. I bet the bastard is drinking my money. I only looked away for a moment, and my purse was gone.
I could get your gold back for you.
Oh? And why would you do that?
Well, that depends. Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
You've got the wrong man. I'm from out of town like most of the merchants in the marketplace. If you want to get into the upper quarter, go talk to the resident merchants in the lower part of town.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
First, see if you can get my purse back. Then, we'll talk about your reward.
Really, how interesting.
Why didn't you call the city guard?
The guards only respond if a thief is caught in the act. And when I noticed my purse was missing, the bastard was already gone.
How much gold was in that purse?
50 gold pieces. That's quite a lot in these crappy times.
I'll see what I can do.
Be careful. If you just knock the bastard down, the city guard will get involved. Lately, things have been getting really tough here. Since the Paladins came to town, the guards have been cracking down on brawlers. So think of something.
I shall.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. These are bad times. Really? How interesting.
How's business?
When the Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity, but they let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even one gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up. It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. An owner, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard Onar's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now.
Where will I find Akil's farm?
If you go out of the east gate here and follow the road to the right, you'll come to a stairway. It leads up to Akil's farm. But I wouldn't go there now. The mercenaries are certainly still there.
That's what I works all day too. That's typical.
I'm Zurus, master of potions. Do you need an essence of healing or a magic elixir? Then you've come to the right place.
Do you brew your own potions?
No, I either get them from the monastery or I buy them from Constantino, the alchemist. If you're interested in brewing potions, then talk to him. He needs an assistant. But he's too pig-headed to hire someone himself. He's just as stubborn as a mule. He always passes me when he goes out on the east gate to collect plants for his potions.
It's gonna get even worse.
Where exactly does Constantino gather his herbs?
He always goes through the eastern city gate here and then disappears into the wilderness to the left. He once told me that just about everything grows there, except for King Sorrel.
Honestly, I witnessed it.
Has Constantino ever told you where to find King Sorrel?
I once heard him say that the stuff grows near stone circles, near Lobart's farm. That's a farm near the other gate. There's one of those stone circles. I think it's on a hill. It used to be a grave or something.
I won't tell her a thing from now on. And he works all day too.
Welcome, stranger. My name is Baltrop. Have you come to stock up on food? I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you. I don't have much in stock right now, but I'll be getting a new delivery soon.
Can't take care of everything for everybody.
Have you got a job for me?
No, I already have an errand boy. Try the other merchants.
Go away, don't tell me that. That's not what my husband thinks.
Jorah says you've got his money.
Damn it! I'm out of here!
Honestly, it's coincidence.
Judges are to hand over their duties to the royal paladins effective immediately. The Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to punish every crime or act of resistance against the king's guards most severely. Every inhabitant of
Gotcha.
Hey, what do you want from me? Huh?
You stole from Jorah in broad daylight, and he even saw you do it. So I've come to tell you that you're a lousy thief, and that you had better hand over Jorah's gold now.
Here's the dough, man! But now let me go! I'll never do it again!
I should turn you into the militia.
What else do you want? I've got nothing left. Let me go, man!
Why would I want to do that?
In the city, it's always good to know the right people and to stay on their good side. I could put in a good word for you. I can't and won't say more. The rest is up to you.
Get lost and don't show your face around here again.
Oh, you won't regret this. Thanks, man.
Every inhabitant of Khorinis who is guilty of a crime is to report immediately to Lord Andre.
How's your duty?
Oh, these boys swing their swords like farmers, but when I'm done with them, every single one of them will be a tough, hard bastard.
I want to join the militia.
So, are you a citizen of the town?
No.
Then Lord Andre won't take you. Sure, you can talk to him, but I don't think he'll make an exception for you.
What's it like with the militia?
Lord Andre is our commander now. The militia used to report to the governor. He had no idea what we do here. But Lord Andre knows what he's doing. He takes good care of the men. Everyone who starts here gets some decent armor and a good weapon. And there are bonuses if you've done a good job. He pays a bounty for every criminal captured.
Can you also train me in sword fighting?
Lord Andre has ordered that we train everyone who is in a position to defend the city. But that's only true for combat training. All other kinds of training are reserved for the militia. Can you at least halfway handle a weapon?
I think so.
All right, you can start when you're ready.
What are the advantages of one- or two-handed weapons?
Quite simple. With a one-handed weapon, you're faster. That can be a considerable advantage in battle. Two-handed weapons are more ponderous. You have to fight with foresight, but you can do a lot more damage when you're hit.
Where should I start, with one-handed or two-handed weapons?
That's entirely up to you. If you specialize in only one type of weapon, you automatically learn the other at the same time. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, but still a beginner with two-handed weapons, your two-handed skills will go up as well whenever you train with a one-hander. In that case, the training is more exhausting than if you train with both types of weapons. Just start and you'll soon see what I'm talking about.
Let's begin with the training.
Inos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
I've got an important message for Lord Hagen.
Well, you stand before one of his men. What is this about?
It's about a sacred artifact, the Eye of Inos.
The Eye of Inos. I have never heard of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. If there truly is an artifact of this name, only the highest members of our order would know anything about it. In any case.
That's why I have to talk to Lord Hagen himself.
Lord Hagen receives only paladins, or those who are in the service to paladins. It is beneath his dignity to waste his time with members of the common folk.
I want to take up service with the paladins.
Good. I can well use every able man here, no matter what his reasons for joining us. If you place yourself in the service of the paladins, I shall help you get an audience with Lord Hagen. However, I have my orders only to accept citizens of the town into the militia. My commander is afraid that spies or saboteurs could sneak in. He wants to limit the risk this way. Therefore, you must first be a citizen of the town. Whether this rule makes sense or not is disputable, but orders are orders.
Is there a faster way to join you?
You're really serious about this, aren't you? Good. Listen, I have a problem. If you solve it for me, I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia. But the most important thing is, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone.
What's your problem?
Recently, there have been a number of thefts in the city. Thus far, we have not been able to capture anyone. The thieves are simply too skillful. The scum know their business. I'm sure that we're dealing with an organized gang. It would not amaze me if there were a thieves' guild in Khorinis. Find the leaders of the gang and hunt them down. Then I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia, regardless of whether or not you are a citizen. But you must say nothing about our agreement.
Where should I start looking for the thieves?
If I knew that, I'd go there myself. I can only tell you this much. We recently turned the entire harbor district upside down and found nothing. Absolutely nothing. The people there are not very talkative, particularly if you wear the armor of a paladin. But you are an outsider. They will not distrust you so quickly. You could ask around the harbor first, but be careful. If the people there realize that you are working for the paladins, you will learn nothing.
Why are you paladins in town?
The goals of our mission are secret. I can only tell you that there is no danger for the citizens of the town. You need not worry.
What should I do once I've found one of the thieves?
If it's a matter of a lackey, a henchman, or some small fry, it would be best if you avoid a fight. You should rather come to me and report. I shall then see to it that the fellow winds up behind bars. The city guard could intervene in an open battle, and you would not have the opportunity of explaining to them what is going on. Furthermore, there is a bounty for every rotten apple you put behind bars. However, if you locate the leader's hideout, well, then you probably won't be able to avoid a fight.
About the Thieves Guild?
Yes?
I'm working on it.
Good. Keep me informed.
What should I expect with the militia?
Let me make one thing clear. To be a soldier of the militia means much more than strolling through the city in a uniform. It is a dirty and even bloody job. Once you are one of us, a great deal of work will be waiting for you. But it is worth it. Besides the pay, you might someday have the chance of becoming a holy warrior of Innos.
I'm ready to join the militia.
That may be, but you are still not a citizen of this town, and I have my orders.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. Canthar the merchant is trying to get rid of Sarah.
Sarah? The weapons merchant in the marketplace?
I was supposed to foist a letter on Sarah, which claimed that she's supplying weapons to Onar.
I see. I shall gladly pay the bounty for that bastard. He is already as good as behind bars.
Hey, what do you want here?
I want to see the prisoners.
Go ahead, but don't stay away too long. Understood?
I warned you, but you wouldn't listen. We will discuss this later. Now get lost. I want to rest.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm training the boys to use a crossbow and help them become a little more dexterous.
Could you train me?
No, I only train the men in the service of the king, nobody else. But we can always use good people, so if you want to join the militia, go talk to Lord Andre.
Hey, you!
What do you want? Peck isn't here, so you can't get anything. Come back later.
I want to get stronger.
Of course you do. But so long as you aren't one of us, or a paladin, I won't help you.
Hey!
Go away, don't tell me that.
How's it going?
You're not from around here, are you? Never mind, neither am I.
Where did you hang around before?
In the woods, hunting scavengers and wolves, together with some hunters. But I gave it up. These are dangerous times. There's a lot of riffraff running around out there.
That's terrible.
Where can I find the other hunters?
We had our camp outside near the tavern, halfway to Onar's farm. But I don't know whether there's anyone left in the camp now. There used to be 2 of us here in town, until a few days ago. My friend Trokar is an excellent hunter.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Vosper said you used to work for him.
Yes, I did, but he was only interested in his blasted hides. I told him how dangerous it's gotten out there. He didn't really listen to me. Well, anyway, he paid well. I can't complain about that.
Can you tell me anything else about him?
Vosper had one of his bows stolen recently, in broad daylight. Some guy just waltzed into his store, took a bow, and left. The thieves are getting more and more brazen.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Can you teach me something about hunting?
I can teach you how to sneak properly and how to handle a bow. If you want to learn how to skin an animal, Go to Bosper. He's the one who taught me.
Teach me how to sneak around.
Come back when you have more experience.
I want to be able to handle a bow better.
Okay then, let's see if I can teach you anything.
So, where is your friend Trokar now?
Well, it's a curious story. Only a few days ago, we were both standing at the bar in Corrigan's Tavern, discussing the hunt. Don't ask me what happened next. I had had a few by then. I vaguely remember Trokar saying that he was going out to get a few swamp weed reefers. He never came back.
I won't tell her a thing for now.
Where does one get swamp weed reefers?
Somewhere down at the harbor as far as I know.
I can't take care of
Didn't you go looking for him?
No, but I reported it to the militia. But they haven't been able to find him yet.
That's what I've
I
always
hope he didn't get attacked by a wolf, or worse. And I'm afraid that I'll stumble over his body someday when I'm out hunting. I don't think I could bear that.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Why don't we go hunting together?
With two, it isn't so dangerous, that's true. Do you know anything about hunting then? I mean, do you know how to skin an animal?
No.
Then it wouldn't be worth it. Come back when you learn something.
I won't tell her a thing for now. These are bad times. And he works all day, too.
About the thief.
Yes, how's it going? Have you caught him? And much more importantly, do you have my gold?
He got away from me.
And what about my gold? Did he get away with
Don't
it?
tell this to anyone.
Here's the 50 gold pieces he stole from you.
Inos be praised. There is still justice in the city.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
If it's gold you want, then hunt down the thieves and collect the bounty from Lord Andre. Now, I must get back to my customers.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
What do you know about the Thieves
Not
Guild?
what I heard.
Right, listen up. You haven't heard anything of what I'm about to tell you from me, capiche? There are shady characters who frequent the dockside inn. I bet the landlord knows a thing or two. If you're planning to track down the thieves, you should go talk to him. You could act like you're up to something crooked, for example. Maybe he'll fall for it, but be very careful. These people are not to be trifled with.
I haven't seen it with my own eyes. He'd better shut up. That's an open secret. Go away, don't tell me that.
How strange. It seems to me that I have met you before, traveler. Well, great are the mysteries of time and space. Oh, please forgive my rudeness, son of patience. I have not even greeted you yet. Welcome, friend. Take a seat on my humble rugs and enjoy a pipe in peace.
Who are you?
My name is Abu Jin ibn Jadir ibn Omar Khalid bin Haji al-Sharidi. I am a seer and a prophet, an astrologer and a purveyor of tobacco.
What kind of tobacco do you offer?
My pipes are filled with spicy, refreshing apple tobacco. Help yourself whenever you want, son of adventure.
Do you have other tobacco as well?
I offer only the very best tobacco. This apple plant is a symphony from my homeland, the Southern Isles. But, of course, I'm always open to trying a different sort of tobacco. If somebody should succeed in producing a really good tobacco.
How's that done?
Start with my apple tobacco as a basis, and then try combining it with another ingredient. This is done at an alchemist's bench, provided you know the essentials of alchemy.
Where can I get apple tobacco?
I shall give you 2 portions. It is up to you, in your wisdom, to do with them whatever you want. If you crave more, then direct your steps toward Zuris, the master of potions. He produces this tobacco, and he sells it too.
Can you make me a prophecy?
My services are yours for a modest fee, oh father of generosity.
How much do you want?
For a paltry 25 coins. I shall risk a glance through time for you. But remember, the future is always uncertain. All I can do is glimpse some fragments of time.
Tell me about the future.
All right, seeker of knowledge. I shall now enter a state of trance. Are you ready? Orcs. They are guarding an entry, an old tunnel, the Valley of Mines. Men in shining armor. A magician. Your friend is with them. He is waiting for you. Fire! An attack! A mighty creature. The flames, many shall die. What is that? A city. Ruins. Quarholdron in Jarkandar. He is summoned. Quarholdron in Jarkandar. I'm sorry. The vision is over. There's nothing more I can see.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen,
come closer.
the following decree is
Take a break and have
hereby
a sip of
enacted.
cool beer.
Due to the
Lord
general
Andre is springing
situation,
for a few
the
barrels of
forest
free beer.
and wilderness near the city are to be a furthermore. Any contact.
Hey, you! Hey, what's up?
As long as the Paladins don't have any new assignments for me, I can have myself a couple of beers here. What more could you ask?
You're working for the Paladins?
Well, yeah, I report to them on the situation in the city. At the moment, everything is quiet.
How are things with the orcs?
No reason to worry. We in the city guard and the Paladins have everything under control. Go home and let us do our work. We're watching over the town and its citizens. Oh.
Would you like another beer?
There's nothing better than a cool ale.
You were about to say something about the orcs.
Oh, yeah, right. The orcs are absolutely no threat to the city. They're stuck in the Valley of Mines, and the pass is held by the Paladins. Not even a meat bug could get through there.
Would you like another beer?
Well, I won't say no to a decent pint.
They've even spotted an orc outside of town.
Yeah, right. The dangerous orc outside the city. A real monster of an orc. Well, he's bound to attack the city soon. Listen, we'll kick that fat orc in his fat ass if he comes too close to the city. Got it?
I see. Would you like another beer?
A tasty bitter ale is absolutely the best. You know, you don't often meet someone who'll treat you to a beer. You're all right.
Hear ye, inhabitants of
Hey,
Khorinis.
you.
By the explicit order of
What
the
are you
Honorable
doing
Lord
here?
Hagen,
I'm a novice
the
from the
following decree is
monastery.
hereby
I run
enacted.
errands for the
From this moment
magicians
onward,
and also
Lord
the paladins.
Andre will
I
take the
have
supreme
provided the
command
3
of our
innkeepers
militia.
in the city with
All
wine
the
from the
citizens
monastery.
of this city who have martial skills at their disposal
Who are the 3
herewith
innkeepers?
urged to
One of
join
them is the
Royal
good
Militia.
man here behind the bar. Then there is Karagon, who has his tavern on the Temple Square, and Cardiff, the owner of the tavern in the Harbor District.
What can you tell me about the monastery?
We novices seek enlightenment in prayer to Innos and learn the principles of faith from the magicians. We serve them as we serve Innos and prepare ourselves for the union with the fire.
Well, take me to the monastery.
Forget it. Do you know how many creatures I had to evade on the way? When I think of all those blood flies, wolves, and goblins, I'm glad that I don't have to leave here anymore. Besides, you can't enter the monastery anyway.
Why not?
Entrance is only permitted to magicians, paladins, and novices.
How can I become a novice?
If a man feels the deep desire...
Hey, just tell me what the conditions are.
You need the offerings, a sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
How am I supposed to get that much gold?
Since you obviously don't know anyone who would pay that for you, you'll simply have to go to work.
Where can I find a sheep?
From the farmers, of course. But you won't get one for nothing.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis, by the explicit order of... Don't bother me, I'm on duty.
Can I get a drink here?
If you have gold, you can even eat here if you like.
And how's business going?
Don't remind me. Lord Andre is serving free beer at the Gallows Square. Hardly anybody comes here now, except for the rich people from the upper quarter.
What's wrong with them?
Some of those swells can really get on your nerves. Take that Valentino, for instance. I can't stand the sight of him. But I can't pick my customers. I need every coin I can make. What little I had managed to save has been stolen, along with all my silver.
You've been robbed?
Yep, some time ago. It was still rather crowded that night, and I was doing the rounds serving beer. I wasn't gone long from behind the counter, but it was long enough for those bastards. I went to see the militia about it, but they couldn't find a thing, of course. Yeah, they prefer to get plastered on free beer.
Tell me about the missing townspeople.
I heard that a lot of them went missing down by the harbor. Small wonder with all that's going on down there. Even Thorben, the carpenter in the lower part of town, has lost his apprentice. Hakon, one of the merchants in the marketplace, had an especially strange tale to tell. He said that there was this fella that he used to bump into every day, and suddenly he vanished off the face of the earth. He even went to see the militia about it. Townspeople all pretty much panicked after that. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's all nonsense. Khorinis is a rough city, and many dangers lurk outside her gates. Those who don't stay within the city walls will be attacked by bandits or eaten by wild animals. Yeah, it's that simple.
What is it with this Valentino?
He's filthy rich and has no need to work. And he brags about it to everybody, whether you want to hear it or not. He drinks a lot and always stays until the end, and then early in the morning, he totters back to the upper quarter. It's the same every day.
What do I have to do to get into the upper quarter?
Well, you need to be a citizen of the town. Go find some work, preferably with a craftsman in the lower part of town. That'd make you a citizen. Well, and if that's still not enough, go talk to Lord Andre at the barracks. Maybe he'll let you join the city guard. They can go into the upper quarter, too.
By reason of the imminent danger of an attack by orcs, each inhabitant of the city is to prepare himself accordingly.
How about your approval, Master?
Has Vatras given you his blessing?
Yes.
And did you also get the blessing of a priest of Innos?
Yes, I did.
Then you shall have my blessing as well. No matter what path you decide to take pride in doing a good job, my boy.
What do you want?
I've got the orc weapon you wanted.
Show me. You did it after all. Good man. It's been a while since I've had a weapon like this in my hands. I was a soldier back in the Orc War. Those were tough times, I can tell you. I didn't think you could do it. I'm impressed.
When can I start as your apprentice?
We can really use a man around here who can beat an orc. As far as I'm concerned, you can start here right away. As for the other masters, Thorben has given you his blessing. Bosper tried to talk me out of it. He wants you as an apprentice for himself. He asked me to at least give him the opportunity to interest you in his profession. Take a look at it. You can always decide afterwards. Unless you don't want his vote, that is. As usual, Constantino doesn't care about anything. He said that as far as he's concerned, you can start wherever you like. And Matteo says you brought him back his gold. Seems to me you're an honorable young man. That means you have the approval of 4 masters. That's enough to be accepted as an apprentice. Are you ready to start your apprenticeship with me?
I'm in.
Good. I'll teach you how to forge a decent sword. Besides that, it's time you got a bit stronger. You're wasting away before my very eyes.
What are my tasks as an apprentice?
3 guesses.
Forge, and forge?
You aren't as dumb as you look. I pay per blade. If you don't work, there's no money. It's that simple. Furthermore, I'll teach you everything you need to know to make a plain sword. Making magic blades is only something for experienced smiths, and you're a long way from that. If you need a place to sleep, you can bunk down somewhere in my house. Everything clear so far?
I want to become stronger.
You've already put on a bit of muscle. Come back if you want to learn more.
I want to sell the weapons I forged.
Then make some. I'll only accept plain swords.
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right? Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from you?
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you. You'll find him in the barracks.
There's nothing you can do about it.
That was quite obvious.
Hey, you! I gave Vatras your letter.
I didn't expect anything else. Thanks.
Halt! Only the citizens of the town and the king's troops can get into the upper end of the town.
I've got my own opinion.
I'm a respected citizen of Khorinis. Let me pass.
Whatever prompted the masters of Khorinis to let you sign on as an apprentice, I don't want to know about it. You may enter, but behave yourself. Otherwise, you'll have the worst trouble in your life.
Ah, you again. So, you actually managed to get into the upper quarter. There are some things you must heed here. Otherwise, you will wind up outside as fast as you got in here. You're only allowed to enter the merchants' buildings. You can recognize them by the signs over the door. Just so there are no misunderstandings. The other buildings belong to important citizens. There is nothing there for you. The important citizens of this town live in this quarter. So treat them with respect. Do we understand each other?
Sure. Where can I find Lord Hagen?
He's in the town hall, at the end of the upper quarter. But you will not be admitted there without a good reason.
Has anything exciting happened lately?
Yes, that they let someone like you in here. Such a thing hasn't happened in ages.